Alright, going to do a quick run through how to set up this F9800A I'm holding to use Consumer Cellular's network, which runs on the AT&T network, so you should be able to set it up on one of those too. First off, want to take your SIM card out of your old phone. Mine happens to be a Nokia C3 here, which in this case you just pop this clip up here. That card pops right out of there. Set that aside. Alright, you got a phone here, F9800A. There's actually two slots there. It's a dual slot phone. I put it in the bottom slot before to get it working, so I'm going to do that again. And you want to put this so the notch is facing out of the slot. Slide it right in. Sorry, it just slides right in until it bottoms out. And just want to throw your battery in here. And pop the cover back on. Okay, let's start this thing up. This may take a couple minutes. Alright, once your phone's booted, you should see a screen that looks something similar to this. And what you want to do is hit this button right here in the middle. That will bring up your apps. I'm going to use the touchpad down here just to keep my finger out of the way so you see what I'm doing. I'm going to find the settings down here. And I believe that's it right there. And now you want to go to the wireless and networks there. Scroll down to it. And you want to go down toward the bottom here now to find it. Mobile networks. Open that up. And then what you want to do is go down to access points, or access point names, sorry. Okay, once you're in the access point names here, you're going to have one that shows up originally. Mine happened to be this singular 410. And what you want to do is make a new one. You can do that by going down here next to the touchpad, hitting the button to the left of it there, and do a new APN. That'll bring up a list of stuff. I'm going to open this one since you'll see the same thing once you do. There's really only 6 things you got to change here, and I'm going to pull this away just to show you on my laptop, because you can go to Consumer Cellular's website to look these up. If you go to their website, hit the support page, it's right here at the top. This will open up, go down to the top one in the orange here is phones, and go to the last option down there is the non-consumer cellular phones. I want to choose the second option it brings up over here. It says I have non-consumer cellular phone, how do I set up messaging and web access? Once you hit that, it'll bring up this chart down here that shows you the settings you need to change. And you got your proxy address, your port, your proxy push, which isn't really even on the phone, so you don't have to worry about that one. Authentication type you do need to change. User password, or username and password, you don't have to worry about because they're left blank. The GPRS access point, I've already done that just by setting up the name and the home page there down at the bottom. I also set up, that shows you which one you need to do. Go back to the phone here, show you where those are. And the name, I just did the AT&T.MVNO. APN, named it the same thing. Proxy, got off the web page there. I put in also the port number is 80. Those are your first 4. There's only 2 more you need to change. Your server, I put in there. That's the actually listed as the home page there on Consumer Cellular. And also for the authentication type, this I just changed to, it's defaulted to none. I changed it to this PAP or CHAP. Cancel that. And you just save those. And you'll need to hit this radio button here just to make sure it switches over to it. Back out of there. And to actually enable it, what you can do, as you see here, you just got the phone signal right now. This other one's the card 2, which isn't in there right now. Other one's just the battery. But if you press here at the top of the screen, hold down, this will give you options here. And this up and down arrow will actually turn on the wireless web. Right now I got it set to do not connect data because I'm at home and got the wireless running, so didn't need to use it, but we'll turn that back on. To SIM 1 there was the option I chose. As you can see, it's got a little icon there showing that's using SIM card 1 now. And we'll back out of there and go to one of my browsers here. And this actually, you don't even need to change these settings if you're not using the wireless web. The messaging service works without doing any of this. But we'll go to favorites here. We'll just load Google. There it goes. You can see that it's loading. It's not the speediest thing because this phone doesn't work with 3G cards, so it's just your plain EVDO. But as you can see, it loaded the page, and the wireless web is now working on this phone, and it makes calls and sends and receives texts.